today I'm gonna be doing a tutorial video on how to do a front flip from my perspective. So basically, I am going to show you what worked for me because I recently learned how to do a front flip. So I'm gonna show you guys all the processes that I did that made it work for me. And yeah. So the only scary part of doing a front flip is the initial flip. Once you can flip your body around, then it's gradually getting closer and closer to doing it. So basically, the hard part of doing the front flip is doing this. Well, actually no, not the hard part, the scary part. That's the part where you're just like, I don't know if I want to do this. So I'm going to first talk about how to get to that point, and then we're going to move on to actually landing it. So when you're doing the initial flip, it's bouncing and landing on your back like this. So doing that, all you need to do to land that is swing your arms. They can be completely straight. Your legs can be completely straight. All you need to do is get a bounce and swing your arms like that. But doing that is scary because when you've never done a flip like that before, you don't think or you don't know if you can flip your whole body around like that. So the easiest way to start is by using your hands to do this. So basically, doing that is trusting your hands to flip you the rest of the way. So it's jumping, going on your knees, using your hands, and flipping like that. So once you can get to that, you might be able to trust yourself enough to do this. So if you want to go from flipping and landing on your back to flipping and landing on your feet, what you want to be able to do, there's a lot of different things that you want to put together to make it work. So first thing is you need to be able to get a lot of height. So the way that I do that is I jump and I push my arms down, and just doing this, I can get pretty high. Like I can touch that without really trying, just winding up enough to do that. And then when you're going for the flip, your last jump before you do the flip, you're gonna go from standing like this to standing like this. You start being like diagonal, and then you're gonna push off with your feet and you're gonna jump up. So another thing to add before you're able to land it is grabbing your knees. So I know some people can do it without touching their legs, touching their knees, but I can't really do that yet because I recently learned the front flip. So basically, when you do the flip, you're pushing off the trampoline like this, almost as if it's a ledge. Like if it cuts off right here, your toes are on the ledge, and you're pushing off like that, like a diving board in a pool. So it's like doing that, and then flipping, and then grabbing your knees and tucking. Now, when you grab your knees, you don't want to grab here, because you're not going to be able to land that. Also here, probably not. Here, probably not. Where you want to put your hands on your knees is right here. So, I'm going to do a front flip to demonstrate. So, winding up the arms, and then watch how I sort of go into a diagonal position, and watch how I grab my knee. So
you probably slow that down.
Tuck. Yeah, I can slow it down. You can see the tuck. You can see how I'm like this when I do the flip, and then you can see how I land. So I land like this. So when you take all these steps, it's gonna be starting landing on your back like that, and then landing maybe like this, and then landing landing on your feet, but then falling back. And you keep doing that until you can stick one. And then you might be able to overflip a front flip. Now an overflip of a front flip looks like this. It's where you flip and then land like that, and then you fall forward. Let's see if I can do it. Oh.
Just like that.
Ow.
That is an over rotation.
Yeah, I hurt my neck.
And that's why you don't want to over rotate
So
too much.
you don't want to try to over rotate like I just did, because that hurt a lot.
Just when you can't.
So, take all those steps, and once you get good at not falling backwards this way and not falling forwards, you can get really good at a front flip. And that's how to do a front flip from my perspective. So it's probably gonna work the best if you're like around 13 years old and you're, you know, around 108, 120 pounds like me.
5'7".
But you could still do it if you're 7. You could still probably learn how to do a front flip by this when you're 7, and when you're, you know, 60 or 70 pounds.
60 or 70 years old.
That's the end of this video. Make sure to comment if you learn how to do a front flip, and just remember, this is for trampoline only. You don't take these tips and try to do it on the ground. I can't even do that yet, so don't try that. But make sure to like and subscribe. Comment if you learned how to do it from this tutorial, and follow for more videos. Goodbye.